Hello everyone, JSGC here again for another daily Manchester City transfer update. This time we're going to talk about all the ins and outs with Manchester City. Got a big update on Rodri, by the way, with this video for you to look forward to. But before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you're enjoying the content and you want to stay in the loop with all things Manchester City transfer news, daily transfer updates throughout the summer 2019 window, make sure you press the red button, subscribe and press the bell and put your push notifications on. You can also go and check out my social media links, which you can find in description below and popping up on screen for my Twitter and Instagram. Leave your thoughts in the comments below and make sure you press the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. So we're going to crack on with the ins, and we're first up going to be talking about an update with regards to Harry Maguire. Now, just after I uploaded my video yesterday, we got a Harry Maguire update, so I couldn't include it in that video, but kind of 24 hours old, this news. So Sky Sports were reporting that Manchester United, they were ready to bid £70 million for Harry Maguire, and they were reporting that Man United now lead the race to sign Harry Maguire. So okay, fair enough. So from there, I said I can't see Man City matching Manchester United, but it was been reported by Sky Sports that it said that City actually were willing to go as high as £70 million, but Leicester have since rejected Manchester United's £70 million bid for Harry Maguire, and they've said that they want £90 million. So £70 million has already been slapped in. City said they're interested, bidding £70 million, which, if it's already been rejected by Leicester by Man United, then what's the point in saying that we're going to go up to £70 million when they're quite obviously not going to accept it? They want a bidding war between Man City and Man United, basically, and they want as high as possible. They want a world record fee for a defender. That's where we're at with Harry Maguire. City have since said that it's too expensive, so why Sky Sports were saying that we were willing to go up to £70 million when previously they said we were willing to go as high as £60 million. I have no idea where this has come from, but it seems Leicester are holding firm. They don't want to sell Harry Maguire, but apparently Harry Maguire is open to leaving Leicester this summer and is interested in a move to both Manchester United and Manchester City. His preference is City, but I reckon that if Man United do end up agreeing terms with Leicester, I reckon he'll end up joining Manchester United, in my opinion. And so I don't think he's completely against the move. I think he'd prefer City, but if City aren't an option, he'll then go for Manchester United instead. So it's led to City instead getting linked with some centre-backs. One of them is Leonardo Bonucci, who's continued to be linked with Manchester City. Apparently, though, I was saying yesterday he's got 1 year left on his deal, so it won't cost that much. Apparently, that's not the case. He's got 4 years left, it was being reported. 32 years old. Apparently, Juventus want around £50 million for him. 32 years old, £50 million? I think they're just linking us with any old defender, if I'm completely honest. But it's quite clear that City want young, homegrown players, so why Bonucci would be an option, I'm not too sure where that came from, but there we go. But we then got linked with another centre-back, this time a homegrown player. Now, L'Equipe over in France. Why they're reporting on Premier League news regarding Manchester City, I don't know, but they were saying that City were going to turn their attention to Nathan Ake from Bournemouth, who we have been linked with in the past. They were saying that £40 million would be enough, which is much more reasonable for Manchester City, and also plays on the left-hand side of central defence, which is good because it provides some good competition for Aymeric Laporte and also cover for Laporte. If you remember, Laporte started an abundance of games last season, and so with him to pick up an injury would be a big blow, so having some decent cover there with Nathan Ake, you would think would make sense. It leaves John Stones, also Nicolas Otamendi, Eric Garcia, Philip Sandler then to battle for the other centre-back position, potentially another centre-back position if we're going to go with 3 at the back and a couple of wing-backs, which we have played earlier in the season from last season and the season before. Then potentially there might be 2 starting positions available for the centre-backs. But it's all about having cover and just having more options there. With Vincent Kompany leaving, we've got a defender down, so looking for a defender would make sense, and a homegrown player would also help boost Manchester City. Is Nathan Ake the man? I'm not too sure. Like I said, why France would be reporting on City being linked with a Bournemouth player, I have no idea why that would be the case. What that has to do with L'Equipe over in France, I have no idea. To be honest, I think they're just picking names out of a hat. Bonucci, they're also picking out Ake, they've picked out Elvedi before from Mönchengladbach. They're not too sure. Seems City's priority is Maguire. Where they go from there, like I said, they're just picking out names at this moment in time. We've got nothing more solid, unfortunately, to report on. But when I do, I will report on it. So, next up, we're going to speak about central midfielders. And it seems we're going to go Rodri or bust here because Tanguy Ndombele, he was confirmed as a Tottenham signing for yesterday. fees believed to be around £65 million. I think it was reported €60 million plus €10 million in add-on. So we're looking at around a £65 million deal, which is a good deal for Spurs. A very good defensive midfielder too, with Tanguy and Ndombele. They've got themselves an excellent player there. So that's one of Man City's contingency plans to Rodri. So like I said before, seems to be Rodri or bust. So I'm going to give you that Rodri update now, and this is a very big update. So let's cast our mind back to the past and what was reporting on before a couple of days ago. Rodri, with Manchester City, City were willing to release the clause in his contract. Honestly, it's a tongue twister when you're trying to say it quite quickly, but they're willing to release the clause in his contract. City have since been reported, as of last night or through the early hours of this morning, it has been reported that indeed Manchester City today will release that clause. It might already have been released, it's just not been reported upon yet, but it's going to be released today. It's unclear as to whether Rodri is currently in Manchester or not. I was reporting yesterday, according to some sources, saying that he was having dinner at Pep's restaurant in Manchester. I was hoping to be some picture evidence of that to confirm that's the case. I've not seen anything. Now, you think of the Angelino deal with his girlfriend, obviously put on her Instagram story, which is legit, by the way, that they are in Manchester. Then we know that at least Angelino has been to Manchester and obviously to sort things out with the welcome card there and everything. We're expecting that signing to be announced at any one point. And so we're just waiting for a little bit more from Rodri. The difficulty we've got with Rodri is he seems to be a private person. No problem in being a private person. In fact, it's incredibly difficult being a private person when you're a footballer in the limelight all of the time. So fair credit to him for that, but it makes it incredibly difficult for transfers. Doesn't post on social media that often. As far as I'm aware, nobody's got hold of his family members or people that are travelling with him or girlfriends or wives or whatever. I don't know a lot about him. I don't know if he's got a girlfriend or wife or not, but post on Instagram stories and putting the locations. Like, remember Aymeric Laporte? We knew that he was on the plane over to Manchester. His old post all over social media, not via Laporte, but via other people. Remember Jorginho doing it last year, posting via his Instagram story, just adding to the tension a little bit. And they know they're doing it, by the way, but with Rodri, we've not really got that. So is he in Manchester or not? I don't know. I'm waiting for some picture evidence. There will be some picture evidence, by the way, at some point when he is in Manchester, but he'll be heading to Manchester if he isn't there already, because if the release in his contract is put in today, he'll have to come over to Manchester to talk with Manchester City. Now, it was being reported by Sky Italia, 5-year contract for Rodri. That's already been agreed. Release clauses to be paid. What's next is he travels to Manchester and has the medical. Seems City's already got personal terms agreed. This deal could be struck quite quickly. City will want Rodri in their squad for pre-season. They will want him to have all of pre-season. If I'm honest, I think they'll want Angelino for all pre-season too, which means we could potentially, and I was tweeting about it yesterday, have a double deal on our hands where they announce Rodri and Angelino at the same time. We've not had it in a little while, but two players signing at the same time, fantastic. Remember that time a few years back when City had all 4 of them players, David Silva, Yaya Toure, I think there's Jerome Boateng and Kolarov, I think it was, all announced at the same time. It could be something similar here with Angelino and Rodri doing a double signing for Manchester City. Wouldn't that be absolutely fantastic? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying potentially it could. It was also being confirmed by Jose Alvarez Heya. He was saying that the Rodri clause will be released. These are reliable sources. These aren't Brazilian sources. These aren't Italian sources. These are good, solid, reliable sources. Release clause will be paid today, pending a medical to complete that deal and personal terms being agreed, which being reported by Sky Italia. Reliable sources there, by the way, saying that personal terms agreed. 5-year contract. So all eyes onto Rodri, all eyes onto Manchester, all eyes onto Twitter, seeing if there's any plane updates and him travelling over. When we get word of things happening, I will keep you up to date. So do stay tuned. Things are going to start warming up over the next day or two here with these transfers. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Like I said, City want it for pre-season, both these transfers, you would think, which means if they're going to announce it, they're going to want it announced by the end of the week so they can have a full weekend here with video content for their YouTube channel and for City's social media teams to be able to build up some interest in Manchester City. Of course, when you sign and make big signings, you make a big deal out of it. You want to milk it for the whole situation. And so they're going to want to do that over the weekend for the start of pre-season for City going in next week before they end up travelling abroad and heading to the Far East for their pre-season tour. So we wait. That's basically where we're at. Like I said, when I get word of movement Twitter will be the first place for call, so make sure you go and follow me on Twitter, link in description below. So we'll move on to the outs very quickly, and it was been reported also by Jose Alvarez here, reliable again, that City Swiss youngster Lorenze Gonzalez, he has offers on loan for moves to the Championship and also to Spain, so it seems there's another youngster here for Manchester City that potentially will be heading out on loan. We're expecting more out news as July goes through, with more players leaving the academy and going out on loan, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Most importantly, huge Rodri update. Let me know your thoughts of that Rodri transfer in the comments below. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe and press the bell and put your push notifications on. We've smashed past 4,000 subscribers now. Smacked it like it was nobody's business. So let's aim for 5,000, see if we can get there ASAP. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Thank you everyone for the continued support, by the way. And if you want to stay up to date, make sure you subscribe, because we'll have big Rodri updates, I imagine, coming out for the rest of the week. Fingers crossed he signs Thursday or Friday. That would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? Announcing a signing. When they are announced, I'll be the first to let you know, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and go and check out my social media links in description below and popping up on screen too if you want to go and follow me on Twitter and keep up to date with everything Manchester City. And you can do, go follow me on Instagram too if you want to keep up to date with everything that's happening with me in the form of pictures. So I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next Manchester City daily transfer update, unless we have a signing, to which case we'll have a video out again today. I hope that's the case. So I'll see you then. So it's been JSGC. I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.